Hi, everyone. I'm Destiny Jackson, your host of the Winning Her Way show. We are a sports media platform dedicated in helping female athletes with visibility, empowerment, and economic opportunities. Today, we have a very special guest, Csenge Bácskay. Hi, welcome to the show. Can you start by telling us who you are, where you're from, and what it is that you do?
I'm Csenge. I'm from Hungary, Budapest, and I'm a gymnast here at the University of Georgia.
So, start by telling us what inspired you to get into gymnastics.
I was a really energetic kid, and my parents decided to take me to the gym because they couldn't handle me home. And I fell in love with gymnastics, and I started gymnastics when I was 3, and I just, I don't know, I stayed there.
So, talk to us about your transition from Hungary to the United States.
I did my first 2 years at Nebraska, and I transferred from Nebraska to Georgia last summer. And it was really hard at first because in Hungary we have a whole different culture, and it was also really hard to leave my parents and my whole family, my friends, like literally everyone was there. And I was really lonely in my first year, and it was really hard to adapt. But once I was able to adapt to the American culture and I was able to make friends, my life got so much better.
You talked about, making the friends. So, with that, talk about how you've been able to balance your busy schedule as a gymnast and your personal life too. How have you been able to balance the two?
Yeah, it's definitely a hard thing to balance, but I feel like I most of my friends are gymnasts
Okay.
because they have the same lifestyle. They understand that we're literally like 24/7 in a gym, and I feel like most of my friends are from my home gym and the gym or my teammates here at UGA. Yeah.
Your friends being gymnasts probably makes it a whole lot easier for you since you guys are pretty much on the same schedule
Yeah.
and y'all are all busy and y'all get to
Yeah.
hang out doing what you guys are,
Yeah.
there to do. So I love that for you. Talk to us about one of your favorite moments. It can be an accomplishment from your career so far.
My favorite moment is definitely when I had to compete at the Olympics because that was literally one of my biggest dreams in life. And I used to watch big gymnasts with my mom when I was younger, and I always dreamt of being there once and competing at the Olympics, and it was just an incredible feeling to actually be there, and I actually couldn't even believe that I'm there.
I know that has to feel surreal. I will
Yeah.
tell you, I've never spoken to anyone who's competed in the Olympics, so this is
Yeah,
exciting for
and
me.
I knew my family was watching, and I just knowing that they watch me in real life, and it was just, I don't know, it was really good.
Well, I want to say congratulations to you,
Thank
and that
you.
kind of ties into my next question. What was that like being surrounded by so much talent, just great athletes?
I honestly, I never really care at that moment because I always I'm so busy focusing on my stuff and my routines and my experience, but obviously after that I'm always oh my god, I just competed with Simone Biles or
Yes.
um Rebecca Andrade, and all these big names know me, and they also recognize me, they say hi to me, and it's just amazing, oh my god.
I know people want pictures, they want you to
Yeah.
sign stuff. That
Hmm.
is amazing. Congratulations to you. You
Thank
are
you.
doing the thing. Yes. How have you been able to really push through and stay motivated through your UCL injury on your elbow that I was reading about? I know that's hard for any athlete getting a season cut short. Recovery times, vary for injuries. How have you been able to stay motivated to just get yourself back out there and healthy?
I just had my surgery a couple days ago,
Okay.
and it was definitely hard because this is my first injury that I had surgery. I had to do surgery, and it's just like it's scary because I've never had to deal with anything like that. I had a big injury. I broke my ankle once, but I didn't have to do surgery for that, and it's definitely like a scary experience. But I know that I'm a really strong person, and I know I'm gonna come back. But I try to be like as positive as I can, and obviously it like sucks that I got injured, but like it happens, and this is literally my first like serious injury throughout my career, so I can't really complain. And I also feel like because I compete in NCAA and Elite too, I never really had a longer break. Like right after the Olympics, I had to come here and start practicing for season. So I never really had like a longer break where I could like hang out with my friends or just do whatever I want. And I feel like life gave me that break now. It sounds bad, but I'm trying to look at it as like a positive thing. Like life gave me like a
Yeah.
longer break so I can finally like reset my mind and like focus on other things in life that I never really had time for. So I'm trying to look at it like that.
I think that's amazing though. You're looking at the glass half full instead of half empty,
Mhm.
and like you saying that is also motivation to other young athletes. I mean, injuries happen every day
Yeah.
and for a lot of athletes in their careers. So
Mhm.
instead of, being in a pity party and
Yeah.
sad and staying in the house and just, sad about it, you're like, okay, I have a little more free time.
Yeah.
Find the positives in everything.
Yeah.
So if you guys on the show watching can take anything from her, that is really something great to take away. And I'm really wishing a speedy recovery for you because
Thank you.
after the Olympics, you got to keep going.
Mhm.
You got to keep
Yeah.
going. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So my next question for you is, who is your GOAT in female sports?
I would definitely say I love Simone Biles, Suni Lee's, and Rebecca Andrade's gymnastics. But I don't really have like one particular like gymnast or person. I feel like these gymnasts proved so much, and I don't know, I just feel like someone who came back from an injury or a serious injury already is someone that I can look up to. So I feel like I don't really have one person that I like is my goal. I feel like I have a lot.
I understand 100% because I ask a number of athletes that same question and it always comes one to two names, but there's greatness has no limit. So when I ask that, I just want to see like, do you have one person in mind or even if you have 20,
Yeah.
it's whatever's true to you.
Hmm.
So talk to me about one of your long-term goals, or you can name multiple. A long-term goal you might have, it can be within your career or it can just be in your life, your personal life too.
One of my biggest goals right now is to get back from my injury, and I really want to make it to LA. Um, I feel like other than that, I will graduate next summer, so that is also like a big goal, but I know it's like it's also really far away. So right now, my biggest goal is to get healthy and get back to gymnastics.
So have they given you like a timeline of when you can expect to be recovered, like from surgery or back to yourself?
Yeah, fortunately, there are two surgery types that they could do or could have done, and one of them was the reconstruction, which would have been a year recovery, but fortunately, they only did the repair, which is only 6 months. So it's a real long time, and I never had a time where I haven't done gymnastics for 6 months in a row. So it's gonna be hard, but I know it's for good. So
I just love your positive outlook on all of it because you can really look like it could have been worse, you know? Like
yeah,
6 months is long, but it could have been longer.
yeah,
So I just love how you're staying positive through all of that.
yeah.
And like I said, I do wish you a speedy recovery so you can get back out
Thank
there.
you.
Yes, ma'am. And for our last question, I love to ask everyone on the show, what does winning her way mean to you? There's no right answer. Whatever it means to you is the right answer.
I feel like to me it means um doing your best every day, and if you do that, you're gonna win no matter what. And that's my way to win. I like to do everything. I like to give my 100% to everything. I don't do something that I know that I can't put 100%, and I feel like that's gonna show no matter what. So I would say that that would be my way to win.
I love that answer. I get great answers every time. They're all so different, but all come back to like the same idea. So, yes, I love that. Thank you so much for taking the time now that
Of
you got some
course.
time. Taking some time for me, winning her way, and just coming on the show. We're all about just empowering female athletes, athletes, period. Like, your story could inspire more than just women, too.
Yeah,
Like athletes, it's a huge group of us, different sports, and like
yeah,
I said, injury happens to a lot of
hmm,
people, even this late. You've been doing gymnastics a long time. So,
yeah,
but you're you got the right mindset for it. Like some
yeah.
people let injuries break them, and it seems like you're still being positive. Somebody else is shouting you out. They said, "Hi, I love that you're being positive after your injury. I just tore my UCL and have surgery on May 7th. I'm going to have the same mindset."
Oh, I'm sorry. Get better.
But yes, Shanka told you right here
Yeah,
that positivity is the way.
yeah,
So I love that you can continue to inspire, and I would love to keep in touch so you can maybe come back on the show and just an update even after you're healed and ready to get back out there.
yeah.
So thank you so much for your
Thank
time,
you.
and I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.
Bye bye.